The dog game is dying. Let's talk about the game first, not the dogs. It's the challenge of the wins, the competitive addiction, the thrill of the win, and the rewards of achievements. Losing only gives you the drive to come back. I learned to watch the winners, my motivation was there, my dedication was evident, now I'm a winner. The problem is the cheating to win, manipulating the truth, and then it's the all outliers. How is this sharing our achievements with liars, cheaters, and bullshitters? We have lost the historical value of the dog game. We can't decipher the real from the fake, the lost is the cost. So I salute these dogs of Going Hard Kennels for all that you've given me in the game.
Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, Going Hard Kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat, and let's talk dogs.
Better know my head, but I don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them people. See the proof and how to get from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them people. See the proof and how to get from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Most wanted kennels in the spotlight, danger alert, come with the name. Super kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp, when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, just that real y'all grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same ground, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Legend of doom, behind set tone. Locked tight, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal game bill, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and Mad Ohio dog, pound by hard when they hit. Praise to the men who rock this shit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they live it.
Fat boy the legend, Bill Buster, real strong, Southern Bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Look fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary, really the shit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they built it brick by brick.
Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends. Everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Every name on this track got a story that's lit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Call this some legendary pit bullshit, 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 pit bullshit.
Yeah.
Going hard kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. From yellow Mayday 8s, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spot shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, yellow bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turn. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard kennels, yeah we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday ace turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the gang, stamp legit. Find him in Tornadoes pedigree. Hall of Fame, double grand champion. James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah the knowledge remain. T.O. our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes, yes. Yeah. Tom, Dick, Todd, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low tight, apex, pressure built for the chase, gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade, third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah, I said third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Going hard kennels, yeah we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. From yellow Mayday ace, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spot shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, yellow bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turn. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard kennels, yeah we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday ace turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the gang, stamp legit. Find him in Tornadoes pedigree. Hall of Fame, double grand champion. James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah the knowledge remain. T.O. our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes, yes. Yeah. Tom, Dick, Todd, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low tight, apex, pressure built for the chase, gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade, third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. said third verse for the legacy. Every debt fully paid.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. What up? What up? What's up? Big shout out to everybody out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to all my people out there in the back streets. Y'all know what time it is. It's Talk Shit Tuesday. Yeah. Appreciate everybody coming up, showing out. I know we a little late tonight. Told you I had my brother in town. You know, we had our big brother in town now. You know, when we say big brother shit, we got a big brother and 2 big sisters still ahead of me and Mo. So, yeah. Brother came, big brother came in town to enjoy his birthday, and we had to we've been out kicking it. We got a little bit started a little late, so y'all understand. Y'all understand. But guess what? We here. Let me give some shout outs right quick to my people out there in the back, out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to the one. Yo, my band insane. Honey Badger in the house. What up, fam? I do Mo. What up, fam? I see ya. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Paul Johnson. What up, fam? Who else I got out here? Gully 646 coming in and showing that love with a 2-piece. Appreciate the love, fam. Appreciate that. Got to put that up there. Got to pop that up there. See who else I got. Appreciate that, Gully. Big shout out to the Hardway Kennels in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man, Mr. Corey Jones in the house. What up, bam? My man Corey say, what's up, twins? I'm late because I just got through watching part 3 for the 8th time with special guest Triple M. Appreciate that, fam. Yeah, here. You made it. Boy, you must have been learning some serious shit. I bet you was going back, picking up on some crazy shit, wasn't you? Appreciate the love, though. Big shout out to my man, DB3, a.k.a. Ben Ben. What up, fam? What's that guy here? Big shout out to my man, Mr. Will Turner. What up, fam?
You gotta put that GHK behind Ben Ben, boy. What's up, Ben Ben?
Ben Ben. All right, I got to put the GHK on Ben Ben because, you know, I would think, you know, Ben Ben been around so damn long. Y'all don't know? That's another GHK. That's Ben Ben. Had to get Ben Ben to come up to, you know, he been always in the cut all the time, ain't he? Got to get him on the show. Big shout out to my man, just calling Fresh. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, Talk of the City Kennels, long-time supporter. What up, fam? I'm sorry to hear that, Talk of the City. My heart goes out to you, fam. He said, what up, twins, 1 and 2? Grandma passed on Friday. Damn, fam. You know, death is always a hard thing to deal with. You know, much respect to grandma. You know, grandmas be the ones that say you from them ass whoopers and turn around and beat your ass and say the next time, you know, I'm gonna let her beat your ass, I'm gonna beat your ass again type of shit. You know what I mean? Grandma. Appreciate that.
City. My condolences, bro.
Prayers up to you, fam. Hold it down. Keep them strong. You know, them is like the matriarchs of the family. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you lose them, it's kind of like you're losing a part of the family. And then you got to, sit back and watch who else going to step up and take control of the madness, because, those are major pieces in your life.
Mm-hmm.
My heart goes out to you, fam, because I know it's a hard one. They like your mom and them. You don't get them but one time. And you almost think they're going to live forever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But prayers is definitely out to you. And big shout out to you because you showed up hanging out with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Scratch the win, baby.
Keep scratching, baby. Love to have you. You know our hearts go out to you. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all show some love to my man. It's part of the community. He shared that information with us. Least y'all can do is, prayers up, condolences, all that good shit. Appreciate that, Mr. Johnson. Way to go the hard way. That's what I'm saying. A little bit of love and respect don't hurt nobody, man. You wouldn't believe how much that helps people. Because y'all definitely helped me when my sister got killed. That shit does matter. So for the ones who just, show that love, believe me, from me to him to y'all, the rest of y'all, he bet you he appreciates it with all the respect in the world. Big shout out to my man, Robert Mack. And I open this platform for anybody who feel like they need that, that encouragement, that prayers up. Because that's what we're here for. We might talk dogs and everything else, but we all still have normal lives and go through normal shit. And sometimes we do have bad times. And if you feel comfortable hanging out with the community, then feel comfortable hanging out with the community and share that. Because the community, at least the one I know, they're going to show that love and they're going to be there when you need them. And I think that's where it matters at. Let me see who else I got here. Appreciate that, Corey. I see you. My man Talk of the City said, there was most definitely saved me a lot. Grandmama usually do. And that's why you can't help but respect the fact that you're sharing that with us, because most of us, like me, I know what that feel like. I know what that feel like. And the stories you can tell about grandma, all of us got them stories. My grandma used to make us go pick the switch. And we used to thought we was slick. We'd go out and get that little skinny ass switch. And then she'd tell you, boy, don't make me have to go get my own switch. And so you got to go out and sacrifice yourself and go out and get something just a little bit bigger than what you bought. You know what I'm saying? Because you fit to get it, but you better not come back with that little twitch, because she gonna come back and bring back half a tree. Well, I used to think my grandma would, because I never gave her a chance. I'd go get her a bigger steak, because sure as hell didn't want her to go out there picking up nothing. I was afraid what she was gonna come back with. But we all had them stories, and I think it's important that we share them as we go through them hard times. At least you got somebody to share it with. Big ups. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Guy Ghostin. What up, fam? Let me see. Fellas, this is Talk Shit Tuesday, so I had to come with it. Who's the real king of the hill? Now, I don't want to get nobody misconstrued on this conversation. This don't have nothing to do with the now. This has a whole lot to do with history And maybe if you take a good look at the history, you'll understand the importance of how things were and how things are. Because, you ever played the game growing up, top of the hill, we used to get on like some of the things we used to get on the monkey bars, and go all the way to the top, and then one person be up on the monkey bars, and everybody is trying to get up on the monkey bars to bring him down, because everybody taking a chance to take, be the king of the hill, that mountain up there. And I seen some terrible falls coming down off the monkey bars. I used to think that we was crazy as hell to even be playing, because when you got more than one person, you got one person that's playing king, he at the top of the monkey bars, and then you got 5 or 6 people, and everybody trying to snatch somebody off, and then trying to snatch the one person off who think he's gonna take over. It was some terrible falls, but nobody really got, to the point to where it was a life and death situation. But it really could have been, because when I sit back and think of it now, some of them falls that I've seen, you had to have some really, cojones to be out there playing that, and you had some people who thought they was, about that life, they ain't trying to be no punk. The rest of the fellas is trying to climb up there, so they gonna get their asses up there until they hit that ground, or they hit that bar coming down, it take you to get up there and try to get up there to find out if you really want to keep playing that game, and some of them dudes, you see some of them falls and how they was coming down through the monkey bars, boy. You wasn't in no big hurry trying to get up. And that's eventually how the game would damn near end, because by the time that one person was up there, everybody else done got a little bit more sense about themselves and would be like, shit, man, you can have that shit. But look what it took you to realize, oh, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's basically how, when you're going after trying to be the king of something, the top of the hill, you're gonna have challengers. You're gonna have more than what you asking for. So I never really knew anybody who was really trying to be the king of the mountain as far as these dogs was concerned. Now, it could have been some people out there like that. But I just, out of all my years, I never knew one who was thinking about trying to be the king of the mountain. Now, I've had them ones that, had them certain weights. Big shout out to my man BLB. Got to give him his love, because he felt he had the best dog in the nation at that weight. And he didn't want to take on nobody who wasn't in that super top echelon. That's why he won in 5 different states, and every dog man he beat was, you could put in the legendary category. Every last one of them. But he wasn't trying to be the king of the mountain. He was trying to be the best at that weight. Never tried to be the best dog man of all time. Never tried to say he was fitting to create the best dog of all time. Nope. All he wanted to do was to be the best dog at that weight. And he stuck to that. And he got some good damn competitors who felt like they were going to bring him down off of what he was thinking. You just don't beat Kenny Allen, then come back and beat Mo knows pretty much all of them. But I know he went to 5 different states, and everybody that he beat was top. Man. Oh, yeah, you know him. I know he got roster man, yeah. Kenny Allen. Ricky Jones.
No, yep, Abraham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look him up. But yeah, he did.
Right, and he was trying to be the best at his weight. I never thought him to be, trying to be the king of the mountain, the baddest dog man of all times. I didn't see that in him. But I know he was serious about making sure there wasn't nothing in that weight class that he would, top echelon. He was making sure he was getting. You couldn't scare him off.
Lion head.
Yeah, he was after that lion head dog, but they didn't want none of that. After all he had just done, no, why would they? Why would they chance it? The man done whooped up on Kenny Allen, Rasta Man, a couple other motherfuckers. They was like, nope. But those be the challenges because I thought that would have been a great match. Even he thought would have been a great match.
Yeah, they went after damn Charlie after Tyrone.
Yeah. That's just the way some guys, they want to be the best at what weight they had, not trying to be the best kennel. They just believed in their dogs and their weight. I think every dog man should feel like that. If you got a good one, shit, that's what you're supposed to feel like. You're supposed to be walking around, he's sorry as hell. But you're beating up on everybody. You're going to keep calling him, he's sorry as hell. I thought that was intriguing for me, being a person who actually bet against the queen, not knowing, but just to see how many people who really thought that they could beat that dog after all she had done. You don't think if you had a chance, I had a chance to ask Joe about how he was able to pull that off. And I think I heard somebody ask that same question, but he really did give us an answer. He really just had that gift of gab to make people believe that she was falling off. She was getting older and she was falling off. They didn't have no problem doing it, but he basically talked them into doing it. If you think they would have went in if he had been telling them, no, she's still killing shit. I don't think he was running around. Well, he didn't say he was doing it that way. He told me he just telling people that she was losing a step here and there. She was she's getting older now. She's not the same dog. Well, he got 8 people. Well, he himself, I know he got 4. If not, I think she was just a champion when he got her, or a 4-time winner. Mo, you there?
Yeah, she was a champion.
She was just a champion.
Yeah.
So he went out and got 5 with her. And y'all know the story about Queen of Hearts, so we don't even have to go visit that.
Because she killed everyone of them.
She killed everything. Everything. So yeah, there are those ones that people just, you're great if you do it. That's all I'm saying. For the ones who did try her, hell.
We talk shit about the Boyles dogs, but you got, I say it's the Boyles dogs, but it's really the Boyles line. This one wasn't couldn't have never been done without Ronnie Boyles, because he's definitely a factor in the making a dog like Pandy and Queen of Heart. To me, they were the ultimate example of a true, bulldog when it comes to a bloodline. So when you talk about Boyles, we know they, if there was anything close, and you don't even hear me even saying handicap or Paz and all them. Remember, they all got Boyles in them, and they all were good dogs. But none could compare to them 2 dogs right there. And to me, if you were to ask me what you would call the baddest dog, on the top of the on the top of the chart, I'm gonna tell you, I still would go with Pandy, Queen, and Tornado in that order. And Tornado beat some good champions, and she was the reason why she, to me, at third is because she was able to get 10 matches. So there was a lot there for them to want to challenge Tornado. That's what I'm gonna say. For them to get 10, that means there's people out there there for the challenge. When it comes to Queen and Pandy, that's how it was. Like I said, I put Pandy over both of them.
Pandy, she wound up a 4-time winner. She was open to the world for at least 3 years.
And they was putting all the scratch. She don't scratch. We ain't never had to see her scratch. Okay, that's a lie. But at the same time, y'all ain't never seen her come out and scratch. But they was putting it out there that she ain't never had to scratch. Well, she really didn't have to scratch because she killed everything you put on. But quick. But when it come down to it, you notice I'm missing one, and everybody would think, I do have Shady Lady on my list. I would put I got Shady Lady definitely on my list. Because Ricky Jones is a bulldogger. And to have Ricky Jones with Shady Lady, and Ricky didn't shy away from much either. He was a smart man. He wasn't throwing his money away, though. There was still, I can tell you, anytime you can point out certain dogs you won't go into, don't come crying to me because you don't like what I'm saying. But it's a fact. But he didn't shy away. That's why you caught him in some great matches. But there was just some. He was a smart enough bulldogger to know that, he wasn't going to give no money away. And he wasn't going to really destroy no reputation. He's trying to make a reputation, but I ain't not one time seen Ricky Jones destroy a reputation by doing some odd, dumb shit with his dog. But
Yeah.
he was smart not to put Shady Lady on Queen. Just like Kenny Allen was smart not to put Tornado on Lady Stone. Either one of them would take them champions and put them on anything else but them two dogs. Okay, so it is what it is. We're talking about two badass great dog men. Even they wasn't stupid. So that's why they're on my list. And you know the reason why now.
You think that when you had dogs up there at that status, that you would have a lot of challengers, but that really wasn't. When you know what I'm saying?
Don't take but a few of them to see.
Right.
Everybody gonna talk. They know when they see them killers in there, and they believe they can bring one in there and put it on them. Look, Brat went after every match. What did we say when we put Brat out there? 2-time winner, no better, no less.
That's it.
2-time winner or better. We don't give a fuck if it's the grand champion. We got what we can get. But to me, Brat was a Pandy. Brat was a May May. You know what I'm saying? May May, she on that list of badass dogs.
I mean, the ones are just, you just never had a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the part that tripped me out. When you coming in with a dog that you know that nobody's got a chance. I think everybody would think that about that situation. But I felt like I don't know. We wasn't playing King of the Hill, but we confidently always felt that, you know, the outcome was going to be what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that, we really never got any big takers. As far as we could have, Brat shit was going so fast that we still should have been able to at least get 4 and 5 in
Well,
before
I'm
that
gonna
shit
tell you.
happened with the teeth.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you got at the time when Red Ace did what she did to Tommy Boy. Remember to talk. They didn't even know us. Did nobody even know who we was? But Red Ace was a name running around. Bitch didn't even try to fight, and she turned around and killed Tommy. You didn't see no Latinos jumping on Brat, did you?
Nah,
Not a one. You didn't hear nobody in Puerto Rico calling her out either, did you?
nah,
You didn't hear Big Mike calling her out.
nah.
We right there in everybody's backyard. Mr. Link, none of them. So,
They was like that with Buck Rogers too.
yeah.
And to me, that's how Missing Link got away with this shit, because they had enough of that shit. They knew that they got their hands on any one of them dogs, it was gonna be some shit.
Yeah. This shit was one of them kind. She was a panty. She was a panty. Because she had and Queen had a mouth. All these dogs would kill you. Every single one of them all had a mouth. And they all had the ability to kill you. But the shit didn't get to the status because she disappeared. But she falls in that same old category with judo. You know what I'm saying? Mikey.
Nike.
You know, even Buck Rogers. You know, we didn't in Little Mayday, but Little Mayday got a chance. He was in the right hands. Somebody put him out there. But yeah, that's something when you're going to be on that. It's not even trying to be the king of the hill. Just want to be in the competition for the hill. That's the key. I mean, we talk shit about always talking about the winners, but you know, I pointed all those losers out. I definitely made it clear to everybody with all the great kennels, all the great kennels around, ain't nobody running around here with an undefeated record. So what we talk about is the great ones. You know what I'm saying? But we can never forget the losers, because if we don't speak of the losers, then what's the purpose of the winners? They got to have somebody over there to become the great dogs that they became. Somebody got to be over there. Now, most of the time, you won't hear nobody that ever stepped in the box with none of those dogs that I speak on will ever hear them talk shit. Okay? And they're the ones that lost to them. They ain't gonna stick their head in a hole, but you ain't gonna never hear them talking shit about them. You know, if anything, when they asked them, you know, did you lose to Queen? Yeah, we lost to her. Dad, you got beat quick. Well, you go into her then. You go into it. Let's see how last your ass long. You know, hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't come talking shit to me and you ain't even try to make an attempt. Don't come asking me a bunch of questions. You already know I lost to her. And anybody else that went in the Queen. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit go. Anybody say something to me when I lose, shoot. Hey, you better go talk to you. Well, then you go over there and try to beat that motherfucker. You know?
That's true.
And when you got a lot of them big boys out there playing, they don't, they still go in to win, but even when they lose, they shoot, man, they already be having shit in the bullpen. Kennels like Super Kennels, they had dogs in the bullpen. They come off a loss, shit, they get their money back coming up. So they still was them 90 percenters. Now, one time did I say it was 100%? I said 90 percenters. So, yeah, Mike, let's talk about that King of the Hill.
Well, I mean, you deal with dogs, right? So you kind of understand the point of how pack shit work. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you take the community and you look at it as a whole. And as long as we've been around it with all the people, have you ever seen it like somebody was trying to snatch somebody down off their mountain? Did you ever, and if so, who was it that you felt like, oh, they need to be snapped down a notch, or just felt that type of way that you didn't even have a dog to go try to knock them off? I never seen anybody that was in a situation that
just say
was
it.
trying to
Just
knock
say,
them
yeah.
off.
Stop beating around the haters.
Yeah.
Haters. You get a dog and you go get his ass. Don't stand over there on the other side of the room hating on the dude because he kicking everybody's ass. You go over there and try to beat him.
Right.
I'm be standing over here with all that bullshit. Get over there and try to beat him. But that's why you didn't have a lot of that in the game. And you know how we felt about people talking shit and didn't have no dog to go get. That shit wasn't running rapid like the internet.
No.
Shit. Goddamn internet full of that shit. I call them roaches. A bunch of damn roaches.
No, you talk shit, you better go get a dog or borrow it. Something, or shut the fuck up.
Okay. That's how it was. But especially when you out there's a whole different type of competition going on outside that goofy shit. These guys is trying to get up there, like you said, on that monkey bar. They want to get to the top of that mug. That's why the competition was like it was. People be forgetting. They take that shit so because they ain't never done it enough to even understand the understanding of a real dog, man, and was really putting their shit down. They really don't know the real essence of the Maurice Carvers and, you know what I'm saying, Pat Patrick and STP and all these other great killers that came down off of that to make these dogs who they are and what they became. Come on, man. Motherfuckers really don't have the true essence if you ain't never literally grabbed that shit out, not one time or two times, but had the passion to literally be hunting for competition. It wasn't about just the wins because you can keep on winning and ain't no guarantees. And when you trying to go soft, ain't no guarantees that you know what a soft dog is going to look like when you get there. Yeah, if it's that damn soft, then you putting your dog on trash, then you know what I'm saying, that you call that man dog trash before you even put your shit down? Hell no, because that man over there conditioning his dog, he feeding that dog, he working that dog, and he can put some money on that dog. No. He ain't no different than a top-notch kennel doing the same damn thing. May not have the experience. He may not even have the damn dog. But he's sure putting a whole lot on the line to lose by trying. I got to give them credit. Regardless of what somebody who don't know the true passion of what it takes to do that have something to say and it's supposed to matter. And I'm talking nice. I ain't even screaming tonight that shit. I should be screaming that shit. But I'm talking about what's going on back in our time, when we didn't have the internet with all this other shit. The internet is like an infestation to the dog game of roaches. Little creatures, you see them pop up and run around and invade your space, making things hard to live by. You got to get rid of them before they invade your crib. That's what the game looked like with the internet. Because everybody trying to be the internet, I guess what? Give me a legendary internet dog, man.
It's true.
Closest thing I see to it is Richard Garcia, Schoolboy. His knowledge and his experience on what he did and how he did it and the way he shared with y'all is not only interesting, you could tell his passion. Because even when he didn't get a chance to do what he wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? He stayed there. If he had to stand on the sideline, he was still a tool to the good dogs that made OPK good. Ain't that what they call, Mike? Ain't that name of them?
Oh, OTK. You said OPK. I thought it was OTK.
OTK, yeah. Them boys don't shit. So he will always get that when it comes to the internet. Because I think he did a good job the way he did that. That's probably about the famous, most talked about real dog man when it comes to, him not having the opportunity like Rosterman and Ram, Bakari, us, you know what I'm saying, Fat Bill. Them is internet dog men, but them is internet dog men of the past. They don't even need the internet to be legendary. Me, I ain't trying to be either one of them. I'm out here enjoying my final days. That's what I'm doing with it. And sharing it with y'all like they did and like they doing. Triple M and Mama and all those people that come on the show, we still talking about King of the Hill. These dudes was on that monkey bar. Okay? That's how they played the dog game. Loctite, all them great kennels you hear me talk about for those here, hardcore, southern kennels, Big Apple, Big Thicket. I mean, I'm talking about it's a whole world of great dog men out there who was really into that like that. And it's just pitiful when you got the house full of roaches. You know what I mean? So many of them damn roaches out there, they interfere with a fact that should be more important than anything. What made those dudes famous? What made those dogs great? What made them great? On some real shit. How deep do you look into that before you open your mouth? Every one of them dogs, and every one of them dog men had dogs that they had to put time in, work in, money in, traveling in, risk, all that to be great. Because that's exactly what they became doing what they was doing. Getting up on that monkey bar. Try to get up there to the top. Always trying to smack somebody down. But it's a way it was done. And the honor and everything that come with it to get there. Somebody gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna lose. And if they lose, you know what I'm saying? That means you ain't on top of the monkey bar. That's all. You know what I mean? You can't, you're out of there. You grab one and get back on the bar. That's just, come on. That's what the dog game was, y'all. I can't really say there is ever going to be the greatest dog man of all time. The greatest? I can give you some great dog men, but I haven't seen the greatest one yet. You know, there will always be a Crenshaw's Jeep and all these other great names that we look at and build your pedigrees around. But they was all part of being on a monkey bar with their breedings, they dogs, the people who use those dogs coming down the line, the breeding that were made to make these dogs even greater to the legacy and the preservation of these damn things all over the monkey bar. Ain't nothing going down but the monkey bar. That's the only reason we talk about these damn dogs. Now scoot the roaches out the way and look at what the fact in the matters is. You'll always have a lot of crazy dumb shit going on in the community of the history of these dogs. But let's not lose sight and get caught up, you know, because your house is infested with roaches, that y'all forget the most important part. There wouldn't be nothing to talk about if these dudes wasn't who they were and what they were doing with their dogs. And there wasn't no internet shit running their mouth, trying to be something. They were taking their shit out there, putting the work, the money, the time, the risk. And they had somebody standing on the other side willing to do the same damn thing for it to get it done. And when the internet loses focus of that, and to me, they have definitely lost focus of that because it's a bunch of damn roaches running around in the basement that need to be, goddammit, excavated out the basement. We got roaches in our house. And they're down somewhere, but their ambition is nothing like ours. Their ambition is nothing like ours. You see what I'm saying? You're taking away from everything that those guys put in that make these podcasts and these shows even worth talking about, because for it to be worth talking about, y'all got to say their names. You got to talk about them. But it's all like a losing sight. You know, maybe it's because the lack of experience is what comes along with roaches anyway. They ain't got no business in your crib anyway. But they scamper around, they move around, and they dip and dodge and get into everything. Make life uncomfortable. You know, ain't doing shit but getting on your nerves for being around. Come on now. Ain't that what the show about tonight, Mike? Is Mo missing something?
No.
I'm more on one. I feel like I'm getting on one.
Stop it.
But it's the truth. They don't really understand. I think they're getting away from our passion, man, and making our shit look goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so easy for this shit to happen because they on the internet. How can you be famous on the internet by pulling somebody else into your world to make sure everybody see you? Just because just the way you want to play on the monkey bar?
You're gonna have everybody at your feet.
You're gonna have everybody. They're gonna be snatching your ass. The real one's gonna be all over your ass because you don't belong there. So what the hell are you doing down here playing in our world? Get the fuck off the monkey bar.
I think that was a good analogy of it, because that's the way I looked at it. When you think about how he was coming off the bars from that top. somebody dragging, got you one foot and then pulling you at the shoulders, and some really horrible falls happen on the monkey bars, man. Now you move around. They say, is there really a king of the hill when it came to these dogs? I always felt like, the night was always going to tell the story. But I never really know. Oh, here's a good one. Robert T.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a highly anticipated, situation there where, they knew who the Legion was. I'm pretty sure they did. Why are you not? But those things do happen. It has always happened. But to sit back and say the king of the hill, that's saying a lot. I mean, if it was a bulldog, if I had a bulldog, man, I wanted to just to be that one. His name would be Angus.
Yeah.
Because he was one of them that you could find every reason in the world to want to go get him. Because, you know what I'm saying? And he would give you every reason in the world why you better not. I think 9 Millie, she was a good one. I mean, I look at all of the 4-time winners that we had that never could, did so much damage that you couldn't even, talk a person into doing it. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was another disappointment.
What's that, Mike?
The 4-time winners that couldn't go for 5.
Well, 9 Millie got hers.
Yeah. It was May May.
May May. Yeah, May May. She was one of them that wouldn't nobody mess with. They was convinced after she whooped Fat Bill and Nene. And they was all in the same area. Pandy and 9 Millie was in the same area. DMV. But I would call them kings of the mountain. I think that I would put them up there on the monkey bar and say, hey, there's been many great dogs that belong up on that mug. But when it come down to it, all of them was super great and was on top of that hill. I mean, even in today's time, you cannot even respect a dog, in today's time, if you don't understand the dogs of the past and what made those great. So to figure that out, that's just more the main facts being misconstrued due to the roaches.
Manipulated.
Yeah. What is a roach in your house when you got a lot of them? Infestation. Monotony. Aggravation. You see them every damn way. What the fuck? But that's what's wrong here. When y'all playing with, history and losing sight of what history really was about, then you're not going to have much to carry forward into the future if you continue doing so. How is it going to get better if ain't nobody doing nothing? Ain't nobody doing nothing spectacular. You're not tree climbing. There's no big organization where, that would make it easy for the people of the past to get some down where we could always have something to fall back on outside these old ass journals, you know what I'm saying, that we can speak on safely and really point out just what it really looked like. And that's what keeps this show going, because we're showing them what it really looked like. They seeing it firsthand. You know, that's trying to preserve what's really it. And it's the real shit. And things that, led up to preserving these dogs from way back there, Earl Tudor. Because in all these great dogs, we can always go back and still go dabbing and dipping and looking into their shit. We still have to do that. We still are doing that. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's like getting a little serious when you start talking about messing around on that monkey bar. Conversation change a little bit, because there's no bullshit talking in here. You tell me everything I'm saying ain't fact.
Everybody ain't gonna get up on the monkey bars. Oh, here's a good one right here. You remember in the military, in the Marines, right, when they threw the grenade in the barracks, right?
Yes, sir.
You see, and then you see how everybody would run, and think about the first man who jumped on that little fake ass grenade.
He gonna die. It
Right.
was real.
Remember, everybody would piled on top of him, right? And then as I got older, I thought back on that, right? Remember, the drill instructor thought that, you had to be, that's hero shit. You know what I'm saying? The man who actually jumped on it, and how it was meant for everybody to make sure if you don't get on him, you know what I mean? Then that means if you're anywhere near or close by, you're gonna be collateral damage anyway. So you might as well jump on the pile to lessen the damage, right?
Yeah, basically that's what it was the purpose.
That was the sole purpose, right? So you didn't have that many heroes who was trying to be the first one on that name, Mo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had some that jumped on that, but
you had some that jumped on
you
it.
had the
Now.
one that burnt a hole, and they remember the smoke bomb. They jumped on the smoke bomb and the smoke grenade, and it burnt that hole in the stomach.
Yeah, but
remember, everybody was on top of him.
Everybody jumped on top of him. He couldn't get up. He couldn't lift that. He couldn't lift that bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't have that many heroes. He was a hero. But what good is a hero if you ain't, around to enjoy the situation? You know what I'm saying? It was like,
well, I don't think it'd be mattering, because we all jumped on his ass, and we all could have been killed if it was literally a bomb or a grenade or
not really, because I was the last one getting on the bunch. I never was a fan of jumping on there. And you see how them people was, get off me, get off me. I mean, at what point was somebody going to start telling people to start getting up? Imagine the ones who was actually on the bottom, screaming and carrying on. Oh, no, damn all that, man. You know what I mean? But as you notice,
that's probably why I got in the dog, because I was definitely, it made me excited me to dive in.
But that's the difference, because a lot of people, they wasn't really jumping on that shit like that. It was more like you see a grenade, and the first thing when you got into the real, Yada boot camp, and they pulled that little crazy ass stunt. You see everybody hit a window, they ran, didn't they? Shit.
When they say grenade, and they come rolling down through there, I still say, in a bad situation, if a grenade rolls down by my feet and I can't get to that mug and throw that shit out the zone, I'm gonna fall on that bitch, because I'm dead anyway. That's my mindset. If it's gonna kill me, let me I'm already gone. My first thing I'm gonna be thinking about is the people around me. I'm gonna try to lessen the damage. That's my mindset in the act of war.
Well, see, that's why you worked in dispersing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, because
Nigga,
man,
my this person has shit to do when I can take what I am and who I am and take it to the streets, nigga.
well, there's a difference. What
Oh,
I'm trying to tell
it's
you
the
is, man, over there,
same mind. It's the same mindset. Same
all them
mindset
folks in
to fuck with them
HMS,
dogs. I ain't
headquarters and
tiptoeing through
support,
shit.
all them dudes,
I
wasn't
never
nobody running
tiptoed.
up there jumping on a damn thing. Trust
We
and believe that.
That's probably why we got good matches and the dog man that was willing to go into anybody and whoever they got
Exactly.
a chance
That's
to
my
go.
point.
Their
Is
mindset was I'm telling you the mindset it takes to be that way.
that everybody wasn't that way though. That mindset wasn't that. Oh, shit, we was all
I've been
Marines.
wrong.
That shit worked in boot camp. That shit did not work out there in the real world because they was not running the jump on shit. It was running the other way. I learned something from watching them do that right there.
Well, we were trained to turn away and put your feet toward the explosion. That was number one. That's the first thing you're supposed to do. And that's if it's in the area, because if it explodes, the shrapnel is going to at least cut up your legs, but it's not going to be able to hit you in your body.
Vital parts of your body. Right.
So it wasn't like they was running. He was trained to do that. But at the same time, the situation come about. Where did the remark come from? If you already in a situation that you know you have no way out, what the Marine Corps want you to do?
They wanted you to jump on the grenade, Mo.
Period.
Okay.
Because you live for the team, and you are there for us, and we are all here together.
Hey, that shit didn't work so far because they said, I mean, what they say, don't, how many times you hear them say, whatever, after you got out of boot camp, they said, whatever you do, don't ever volunteer for shit.
Well, nobody wants to volunteer for shit because we're told not to.
They tell you not to. Don't volunteer for shit. Because you might be hating to read, you know, that volunteering to get your ass in the world of shit, get you in some shit you can't get out of. And they'll use it against you. Or you volunteered. So that's like, don't get into something if you ain't gonna be willing to play, right? That's the way I look at the dog game. Seriously. I mean, don't be willing to play when the shit.
But I can't understand where you're coming from when you got these great dogs that go into each other. That's like jumping on a grenade.
Yeah, but then think about you gotta think about the people with the dogs. Who are the people with the dogs?
Their mindset. They jumping on grenades.
They jumping out there to go get it. But that everybody wasn't built like that.
I didn't say everybody.
I'm just saying there was a whole lot of them that wasn't built like that because they was picking and choosing. Instead of trying to go after the best. You know, I'm just BLB went after everybody he could possibly could name.
And I don't understand what picking and choosing is. Who's gonna go out there and condition a dog? Again, my mindset is totally different because I've done it.
Yeah, but hold on. You say you don't know what picking and choosing was.
But I'm talking about how do you pick and choose something that you don't? There's no guarantee you gonna win. Where the guarantee coming from if this man is putting up money and conditioning his dog? Where is the guarantee at? Regardless whether he a piece of shit and he had a piece of shit. Not to him. If anybody's jumping on a grenade, he the one jumping on the grenade because he at least got the balls and the kahunas.
No, we know hardcore didn't shy away from nobody, right?
Well, he shied away from Pandy.
That's my point right there.
What's the difference between
because he was smart. That's what I'm saying. He was smart. Yes, he was smart. not to do it.
But
It
I
has to
can't,
be no boisterous.
I can't collaborate that with picking and choosing. I don't understand what
Right.
picking and
Well,
choosing
no,
is.
picking
When
and choosing.
guys
the
got
ones who know
anytime you
they can
go
do
or you step over that wall, your ass can lose regardless of who you're going into. Where is that supposed to be a factor in there? That
Well,
shit is
you can stay
guaranteed.
in the neighborhood. You can stay in the neighborhood, or you could actually start getting out there, getting in the
But
car.
you still,
Different.
there's a difference. But again, let's talk about the one that you talk about picking, who's bold enough to try your ass when evidently this person don't think shit of you or your dogs.
Well, I'm gonna give that man some credit,
But ain't no guarantees with all the confidence he got that he gonna win.
but at least he's trying.
But we talking about the dude who believe he's gonna have an easy match.
There was a lot of those.
I just don't believe in that. Because that's like saying the person that you're talking about is wasting his time, his money, his dog food, his freedom for a person to what? He ain't going in there laying down, he coming with a dog.
Well, I can say that because we had a prime example, just having an opportunity to go
just
to the
don't-
Legion of Doom. That was an opportunity.
I just don't get the understanding of picking and choosing. That's some outside the box bullshit.
Okay, but where
When
did
you
the
got
pick and choosing
motherfuckers
come
in the
from?
boxes doing it, whether
Right,
they
but-
winning or losing, you
Let's
don't
talk
know
about-
when you're gonna win because ain't nobody just walking in there giving away their shit.
Okay, so you tell me what you think picking and choosing was.
Respecting that. They gotta go back
Tell
to
me
respecting
what you thought picking and choosing was. If you say there wasn't none of that going on, then you tell me what was going on if that wasn't picking
when
and
you
choosing.
say picking and choosing, you mean y'all say it like I said, like a roach would say it. Standing from the outside, but looking from the inside, how you picking and choosing anything that you feel like you were guaranteed to win. When you got the person you picking doing the same thing you doing, putting up the same kind of money you putting up, getting his ass over the same wall you getting over, standing across from your ass.
Well, that's a big
So
difference.
evidently he don't give a fuck about how you feel about the picking and choosing because he's standing there. If
Okay.
he thought that he was anything less than that, regardless of how this other man thinking, you think he'd be standing over there in that box? Hell no. He'd be
I
out
don't
there
know.
with them. He'd be out
Walkabout
there.
did it enough.
What enough?
They got a whole lot of damn champions, didn't they?
Well, again, Walkabout did it because they was in an area, but that doesn't mean that they was picking and choosing. They were just in a soft ass area they could win in. We still talking about you. While you talking about Walkabout, they wouldn't been able to do shit if there was nobody standing over there.
Oh, they had a lot of them.
Regardless, because they could
Well, I'm
lose
still
just
trying to
like
remember.
anybody else to a piece of shit.
Right.
Like I
But-
pointed out all them other damn dogs this past show, even the great ones lose.
But they doing what you said they
Don't
were
downplay
doing. They
that.
trying. No, what you're doing is just making my point. They were trying.
Trying. It's better than talking shit doing nothing.
I mean, those was good. Those
That
was
gets
good
more
kennels who
respect
was-
than anything we talking about when it comes
Those
to
were
that.
still good kennels who didn't care. That was their reputation. They don't mind
We talking
losing
about outside the good kennel. We talking about as a whole.
as a whole. Now,
Right.
come on.
There was, every time that's like saying every time this man went in there and felt like he was getting to it, like I said, they didn't go in anybody. Right. But let's talk about that anybody.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about that anybody. That anybody, he probably got his
It was
first
your
time.
cousin's dog. It was your cousin's dog.
But that was some bullshit.
Well,
That right there, that ain't got nothing to do with real bulldogging. That got something to do with those. That's got something to do with some fake shit.
yeah.
We talking about bulldog. We ain't on that fake shit. We on some real bulldogging shit.
The real bulldog can take somebody to climb over the wall. I do agree with
Bottom
that.
line, period.
But
It take two.
that's like showing up at the
Regardless where they come
scale.
from.
That's like showing up at the scale and you don't want to do that because of who it is.
Period.
That's like Pandy being a 4-time winner because don't nobody want to take that L. Period.
It could have been
there's
anybody.
many more.
It could have been anybody.
It could have been anybody when you open it.
Okay, so how can they be any different?
No, I'm not talking about the ones who had the dogs, because the ones who
No,
had
I'm
the
talking
dogs
about.
open
I
to
ain't
the
talking
world.
about
They
the ones
didn't
that had the
care.
dog. I'm talking about the one who had to get in the box with her.
Oh, you can't take nothing away from the ones who actually did it,
Period.
though, Mo.
Then that don't make
Forget all that.
that don't make
Put them
that
to the side
situation
because
don't
they
make
done climbed
it
over
no
the wall
different.
already.
That situation don't make it no
they
different
done
than anybody
climbed-
else to step over that goddamn wall, man.
They climbed over the wall. I'm talking about the ones who don't. Big Mike didn't climb over that wall
When?
against Pandy.
Well, I mean, I said it didn't happen, did it?
Well,
I
we
said,
know,
but it
we
takes
know,
it over the
we know
wall.
the whole story why it didn't happen. We know
Well,
how.
I mean, there's a lot of people that didn't go over the wall with Pandy.
That's what I'm saying. There's a
That
whole
got
world
to
of
do
people
with-
who did not go over the wall. Now, that don't have nothing to do with picking and choosing. That has to do with how good are you when you talk
Well, it
about
had
standing
everything
on
to
the
do with
top of the
picking and
mountain.
choosing.
The top, you know that
It had
hill we
everything to
talking
do
about?
picking and choosing. He chose not to go in the Pandy.
You know, I'm talking about that hill you sitting on. The hill. You want to get up there and knock them off that hill? That means you're going to have to climb up there and go knock them off the hill.
Well, guess what? 9 Milli became a grand champion. Pandy didn't.
Hey.
Now we're gonna take that away from. We're gonna take that away from 9 Milli because she didn't go in the Pandy.
No. Oh no! What you're going to take out of it, the reality of
At
Pandy.
least somebody wanted to go in the 9
standing on the
Milli.
top of the hill that couldn't nobody willing to fuck with. That's what that means.
There wasn't
She
too
was
many
that bad on the top of the hill that didn't nobody want to go up there and mess with her.
But that was
That's what
she ain't
that
no
means.
different. Jigger was like that. May was like that. We can name a bunch of dogs that didn't make grand champion because people just didn't want to go into them.
Those are the dogs I'm putting on the top of the hill.
You know, they were on that monkey all by themselves.
All by themselves with everybody.
Yeah, ain't nobody
with
playing
everybody
with them.
sitting there. You know, when
I mean,
all
except
said
that
and done,
But
when you
except
play
that
that
fact,
game.
let's accept that fact
Look,
right there. There ain't no
when-
game when there's nobody to play with.
Yeah, when at the end of the game, when you was playing on the monkey bars, how did you determine who the winner was?
The last person who up on the bar.
Period. The last person who was up there. When ain't nobody else trying. You remember how that game was played.
I've been the one. I'm sitting here talking the same thing you're saying.
Right.
My thing was the downgrade. What goes on in the box is what I'm on. Without any of this shit going on, what's going on inside the box. I'm inside the walls. I ain't outside there with all that calamity shit. I'm inside the wall because it still take a person to be over there for anything to happen.
Okay, and it takes anybody to be over there to make
it don't make a damn difference.
Consider who it was, right?
Don't that I mean in the end, because they would have been the same way with Pandy and anybody else who would have decided to go over there and try to beat her.
But we know that list wasn't long because they get everything.
Well, it ain't about the list. I said anybody.
But anybody wasn't everybody because they didn't nobody
That's
go
not
do
what
it.
we on. The conversation got caught on.
No, the conversation was really based
picking
on
and choosing shit.
No,
a whole lot of
I'm stuck on, but I'm still stuck on being the king of the mountain. The person who's standing up on the hill, what it takes to bring them off. Do you have it in you to go try to knock them off that hill? The opportunity's there. You suck up all the air out the room and you go try to get them off the hill.
Well, that's what the whole the concept was about that.
That's the concept that I was on.
There was stages to that hill. You had to still go through shit to get there, to even come out to the top.
Look how when you got 4 or 5 people grabbing at your legs trying to pull you off with all at the same time.
All of them bring it. All of them matches. Bring it.
That's right.
It's the name of the game.
That's what I'm talking about. It's hard to stay on top of that hill when everybody coming. Get
You
a
got a
little
good
bit
one,
lighter
don't
when you
matter.
start putting enough of them off of it.
If you got a good one, it is not hard because they was up on that hill and they have no problem. Pandy, all of them. Queen, it wasn't hard. Brat, it wasn't hard. It was not hard because they didn't have to work hard. They went in and did what that's why they was even in the game because of the kind of dogs they were. Working hard, beating dogs under 30 minutes is not working hard. Killing dogs under 30 minutes is not working hard. That's being a badass dog.
Okay. Luther did it 7 times. Queen did it 8.
9.
Okay.
He did it 7 times in a row.
I mean, we've had them dogs in history who could. People be willing to take them chances.
It's all about
unbeatable.
I mean, it's not, I don't think it's a chance. It's that hunger competition that you know, I wasn't nothing when I went in the Tommy Boy. Going Hard wasn't shit when we went in the Tommy Boy.
You wasn't shit when you went into the Legion.
Okay, so I'm one of them.
Had no problem.
I'm one of them.
No problem, and they didn't have no problem giving you a shot either.
Exactly. So my thing was, I'm going on the aspect that I was one of them. When I went into them, I was a nobody. I went all the way over to Puerto Rico to go into their 4-time winner who was whooping dogs in 22 minutes.
You didn't have to go that far to get against the Legion. They were right in your backyard.
I mean, it doesn't matter either.
So why did we wind up? So then why did we wind up in Puerto Rico instead of our own backyard? It did not matter. It didn't matter. Why did we wind up in Puerto Rico instead of our own backyard when we had dogs in back there that coulda, shoulda, but didn't?
Cause I wanted to get on. I'm still a nobody.
Well, we had to go all the way to Puerto Rico.
Still as a nobody.
Yeah. But you was a somebody because a lot of them they knew enough that they didn't want to go into
I'm that same person. I am that same person that when we go talking about picking and choosing, I picked her. I ain't no different than anybody else to go out there and pick a big ass kennel to go into. Everybody think it's gonna be an easy ride.
Who was you picking before you had to go to Puerto Rico?
I was still picking a motherfucking 2-time winner.
Exactly. And you know they was in the area. I'm not naming them, but you know exactly.
I don't understand what that got to do with it when that's rope.
Because the only reason you wound up in Puerto Rico,
come down to it.
Could nobody take the challenge, even though you was a nobody. They had enough going on that they knew who the dog was. They didn't want to mess with her.
But see, this is the thing.
She already had a name for herself.
But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about what everybody else is talking about if I can't get in the box with them.
Well, they didn't.
I'm going to move on and go find me something else to do. So you're talking about what everybody else was talking.
That's what I'm talking about.
I went to Puerto Rico. See, that's what I'm on.
Time, you trying to get on.
You was a nobody.
But you were still going after the somebodies.
Okay. So, the picking and choosing, did they make a bad choice by picking me?
Who, Puerto Rico? No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones who didn't want to mess up their little.
Well, I don't care about them because
record.
You can't.
I'm not asking you to care about. I'm just asking you to
when
speak
they don't
on the
get in the box, what's the relevance?
When you on the top of the mountain, you can't tell you who can come up there and who can't. You gotta pull them off.
It ain't a game when ain't nobody playing with you. It ain't a game no more when ain't nobody playing.
Right. You can wind up 4-time winners and that's it.
That's bottom line. Game over.
Game over.
Everybody else is on another monkey bar playing a whole nother game that you ain't
want to play with you.
They don't want to play with you. Okay, right. Exactly. Don't take nothing away from the people who has to get in that motherfucking situation to have a game. Stop downplaying that shit. Y'all be trying to downplay that shit like it's
who you downplaying, losers or the winner?
To me, downplaying a loser.
A person got over the wall,
standing on the outside running their fucking mouth.
and anything that would at least climbed over the wall, you can't downplay that.
Period.
The
Especially when you ain't
conversation that
doing
man you were
shit.
having, dang, them people wasn't climbing over that wall. Period. They wasn't. And that we have them people when you play that game. Hell, that's the way the game ended when you was playing King in the Mountain. You had to snatch them down. How did you win? When everybody stopped trying to snatch you down, or the last person standing.
That's it. That's it. That's why those great matches happen.
That's a whole lot of people who stopped trying. You know, shoot, like that. You hit the monkey bars hard enough. You hit that ground enough. You realize, no,
that's just the game, though. It's still part of the game.
Yeah,
that's when you know the game is over. And that's the end result of all that shit.
That's why I chose that game. As long as you wanted to play that game, the King of the Mountain was going to be there waiting on you. As long as you wanted to play. It took you.
They the ones wasn't getting it. But guess what? Being up there by yourself didn't get you you couldn't get no further without that other person jumping on the game.
You got hurt. That's what you would have got, because you know how you do. You were up there and you got 4 or 5 people grabbing you at the same time. You seen some of them falls.
No, I'm saying when you up there and ain't nobody else to play with.
Oh, that's the end.
That's the end. Plain and simple. That's the end of that game. Everybody else can go up there and crawl on you and grab your leg and do everything else. You're still an active game going on. What happens when all that stops? There's nobody else to play with. You're done.
Nobody else to play with. You're the King of the Mountain. Period. Nobody else want to play with you.
Period.
Game's over.
And that's legendary to me.
That's legendary to me too.
Okay. That's where
I'm at. That is my point.
How you look at it, it ain't nothing gonna happen unless somebody jump on that monkey bar while he on there.
That's it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That to me, that's what the King of the Mountain looked like. When everybody done had a shot to where you stop trying.
Yep. So
some done failed, some got hurt, all kind of crazy shit. You know, we played on the monkey bars. We ain't playing on no fake ass shit. That shit was on monkey bars. You know, that last bar at the very top, where you want to get up there and hold them down. You got to go to that last bar on the top. You know the one.
But you still got players.
You got players coming up all on that joint.
Yeah, that's the part of the game. That's the dog game.
That's the dog game. You got to be willing to take on everything coming. Cause everybody trying to knock you off. To me, that's when you the surviving, the survivor of the madness. You're the King of the Mountain.
Yeah. Just getting on there to even get to that level where you can get there is a job in itself.
That's right.
You still had to walk through tears to become anything. You ain't gonna just go out there your one time and become a motherfucking King of the Mountain. You're gonna have to go through your tears like all the other, like everybody else that was great out there had to go through tears to get there.
Yeah, but
you ain't gonna get nowhere if you don't have the participation of the people who want to play.
Well, that's the only way that Tornado could possibly be the double grand champion.
And they all end up being losers.
And
you know, right. Everybody get thrown off, get hurt, can't play no more. You're out. You know, those are all losers. Bottom line. But at least, guess what? Can't nobody talk shit about me getting snatched off that mug and they're standing on the outside and they ain't even touched the monkey bar. You look at these group of people over here, they ain't even trying to touch the monkey bar. They just over there talking shit. But
talking about how stupid we looked and all kinds of shit. But the real thugs, they was up on the monkey bar.
Oh, you come on over here and jump on in. You think you talking shit? You bring your ass over here and get on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you're all that, you start at the top.
No, they don't even want to play. See, that's what I'm saying. That's when everybody be ready to fight. Why y'all ready to fight? Cause the sideline, you know, somebody done got snatched off and you got somebody standing over there on the side talking shit. You got crushed, you bumped your toe, your head up. And then guess what gonna happen? Why you standing over running your mouth? They ready to jump on you.
Because you talking and you ain't playing. You got too much to say. Yeah.
That's what I'm on. Lead them up. People, it got to take two to do.
That's the reality of the game.
Yep. Got to take two.
The real reality of the game. You can't talk shit if you ain't playing.
Really?
You can't say nothing if you ain't playing.
So you ready to start up. You going to mess up everything because we're going to be ready to jump on your ass because you ain't even playing and you over here talking shit. So when we stop playing the game and get off the monkey bar and start walking towards them, what are they doing? They walking the other way. No, we trying to take you to the monkey bar. Come on.
Snatch his ass and put him up top.
Put him up top. You better get up top or we go all jump on your ass.
Everybody gonna jump on you.
You get up there on there. We're making you get on here now. No.
But to me, that's what made the guys harder. Like, think about the, our little brothers and their friends, and was playing with people like us, the older crowd, because that they wanted to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? They would take the bumps and the bruises and the falls, because they was trying to fit in. But at least they were playing, right?
Mm.
They were willing to play. That's a whole big difference when you not willing to play. Talk about the king of a mountain or king, or you top dog. To me, top dog is, you got an arrow, you got like a bullseye on you. And this game was built on they didn't have no problems having a bullseye. I got I felt the weakness in the game when, to me, when I felt like, who are we that you don't want to go in the us type of shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, why was that supposed to be a big deal? Why did that lead to such an argument? Like somebody set somebody up. You see where I'm going with that? That was like, man, we ain't never been that big.
I never cared.
Well, I always cared because I always felt like, why we put in all that damn work?
I didn't never know
dealing with this cur ass over here.
I'm on my shit. I'm on my dog. I mean, when I go there, I don't care who's standing over there. And just so happen that we there, you don't want to go into it because it's us. To me,
that's curse shit.
Well, I don't call it curse shit. I've always felt like it shouldn't matter. It's not like you getting ready to do this. It's like the dog's getting ready to do this. How you know your dog is no better than mine? I mean, you went through all that work. That was always my conversation. You went through all that work. I said, me be the difference.
Because it didn't matter. They still would do it.
Yeah. It was, it didn't really matter to me.
See, being at the top of the hip mountain, you're only as good as the people who are willing to play. When you get up there, don't be mad when they come to play, because when they come to play, they come to play to win. And that's what I liked about the King of the Mountain, because hell, everybody was trying to get up there, and stay up there.
That's not a hard thing. That was a hard thing to do, though.
That was a very hard thing to do. And that's how I looked at the dog game, too, man. If you could have got 5 out of Brat, you would have.
Sure would have. Mm-hmm.
You could have got 5 out of Mikey, you probably would have. You could have got 5 out of Judo, you probably would have. because it was during them times, it didn't matter based on the people that we was running around with and we was going into, and we were almost like newbies. It did not matter. We was trying to knock them off the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But years down the line, that shit changed. And that's the part I'm talking about. It is nothing trying to be the king of the mountain. Thing is, can you stay up there? Because this game was never built for you to stay. Because I ain't never known an undefeated dog, man. Me personally, you might know some, but I don't know none that was undefeated.
I don't know none. I just told you those that I do know, over 90%.
They was 90%ers.
And I still said I've never seen a match where Super Nat lost, even though, he still, never claimed to be undefeated. I just said through all the years and the matches that I've seen him in, I've never seen him lose.
Yeah. But he has some losses because we found some of them losses.
I never found one.
Oh, I found them.
Nope, I ain't never found one.
Okay. But I'm telling you, they're out there because I don't know. The only way I can find them is in the material that you have.
Like I said, you show me.
Oh, okay. But that's out now.
Everybody else want to see this, we go see it. Cause like I said, I didn't get everybody. You know how many times I said this on the show, and somebody said, "Yeah, they didn't know who he lost before," but nobody's ever bought no receipts to show me.
Well, we've seen them on this show.
No, we
have.
have.
There go a lost right. Yeah, we did. There go one right there. I mean, we have. Yes, we have.
Okay, then I'd like to see you go pull it.
Well, all I need is.
I've never actually seen a match that Super Nat lost.
Okay, but I'll take you up on that challenge. Okay, I know I have. I have never seen him personally lose, but I know I've seen a couple matches where I've seen him actually lose. Now, well, that's not many. So that means it's evident that he wasn't undefeated.
I mean, you can give all my material and come look.
Okay.
I give you all of it to go back through. You're not gonna find it. Okay. I've been through all of them.
When I find it,
maybe you go to Fat Bill's shit. Maybe you'll see it in Fat Bill's.
I'm gonna find it in yours.
No, because remember I got Book of Champions.
That's right. You sure do.
And they got the winners and losers of those years.
Yes, you do.
And that's
a whole lot of fights in them bad boys too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start with the 93 because he wasn't really too much. He wasn't too much active in the 2000s. You got to find all that in the 90s.
Well, I'm gonna. Excuse me.
Maybe in the 80s. Damn, we can do. You back? You straight? What y'all think, though, fellas? What y'all think? I mean, even when we be talking about what's the baddest line, in the history of the dog game.
I like what Balls Deep said. I like that comment, Balls Deep. You see what he said? Staying inside your comfort zone guarantees stagnation. True. Breakthroughs and legendary achievements only happen when you are willing to embrace discomfort, step into the unknown, and risk failing.
Yep, that's me.
That sealed it for me because that's exactly what it means. That's when you're at the top of that mountain and you understand that and willing to take on and be ready to stand on that. And you got to have them cojones because you don't care. And you put on, you can't, that's the part I was saying. You can't but respect that.
Even when you lose.
Even when you lose, you can't help but respect that. That's what I'll be on right there. That's that top of the mountain. When you're willing to take on, you don't have to, but you're willing to take on because the challenge is there. He says, staying inside your comfort zone guarantees stagnation. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't have said it better myself. True breakthroughs and legendary achievements only happen when you are willing to embrace the discomfort, willing to take that chance, even if you're going to lose, but you're going to step into the unknown and risk failing, win or lose. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's when you're playing with that top of that mountain and you talking about you don't care.
That's what I've been saying all night. Exactly
and
that.
That's all yeah.
If you ain't never done it, you will never understand what it takes. That mindset, that mind frame.
That's that mindset right there.
Win or lose, you still had to do everything the person you went into had to do. Put up the money, put up the dog, put in the work, all that. Put in the time, put in the risk. No different than regardless of who's standing on the other side.
But when you are at the top of your game and you still think like that, that's top dog to me, man.
Well, that's why great dogs end up losing.
Well,
history
has shown us that. It's evident.
Yeah.
A whole lot of history of these dogs will show you that with no question. But the fact is, they didn't have no problem doing it, though, did they?
They ain't no different than the nobodies to me.
Oh, yeah, well, every nobody can.
Guess what? Guess what happened when they lose? That's exactly what they become.
No, we was nobodies when we beat the legends and became somebody. Like an overnight success type thing.
Definitely wasn't overnight.
Well, by the time we did that was overnight.
We talking about Legion?
Yeah, that show, we got best in show that night. They was arguing about we should have got game in show. Try to give them both the trophies. You know the boys was cutting up. But we got a lot of respect that night. That's why I was gave, big shout outs to them because that was a big card with a lot of great dog men on it. You know what I'm saying? So that nobody situation went right out the window after that night for me. Because 30 years later, the man still had you on the phone and said, Twin, y'all beat a good dog that night. You heard him.
Mm-hmm.
He passed too, didn't he? You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, he did pass.
John Rocket, that was Mike coughing like that. I'm usually one coughing, but no, that was Mike doing
that. No, wifey came in and, she felt like I needed some enthusiasm. She must be in there listening to the show. I'm like, let me get Mike high right quick before he can really start tripping. This shit knocked the damn shit out of me. For real.
But yeah, I say the same thing when it comes to the bloodlines. I give my analysis, and I've always said, if you just look at the top 7 dogs on the register and merit list, it's just odd that the greatest dogs of all time is, and I'm talking about not just those particular dogs, but I'm talking about the array of greatness surrounding those particular dogs that's on that register and merit list, man. If you're going to choose, you have to choose between them 7 dogs. I'm sorry. How can you compare everybody else to something that's not even factual? I'm putting straight up facts right there in your face. And these are the 5 males and the 2 females, maybe 3. Because even me, you could baby her 4 points. She's up there in a standing where she could be graded right along with him. And they still, and baby gonna still have them at least 4 to 5 dogs on that list in her. Matter of fact, if you say 6 of them, because the only thing that she wouldn't have in her would be Frisco. And that's including Honey Bunch and Awesome Baby. So those are the things that I'll be looking at.
Ain't Buck Rogers and Baby littermates?
Yeah.
Okay. Because all that she had in her, as far as she was a bad bitch too. But I thought Buck Rogers was about to me. He was that next little Mayday, next brat, next the shit. You know what I mean?
Well, he was the one.
He was that one. And I think the X-Men, they was all in the same category. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, when you I put it like this: when a dog man who really is out there surviving through his breedings to keep him active and to keep him being able to continue playing, that's the main thing that they be thinking about. It ain't the breeding; it's the outcome of the breeding. Am I going to be able to get something out of this? And that's what made all them great kennels even greater. Like Strictly Business and Hardcore. I wouldn't have to say Super Kennels too, but they got a lot of dogs on the run. They gonna be buying dogs out the box and everything else. They go around the country buying up dogs. So they was definitely
know how to stay active.
Right. That's exactly what they was doing. They wasn't like a breeding kennel, they was a matching kennel. But yeah, that's that that mindset, they all had it. When you get that chance, and even when you look at them, you know which ones was able to do it. Windy City, he bought a lot of those dogs. He bought a lot of those champions in. Windy City wasn't nowhere close to like Hardcore Stone saying now, because he wasn't really matching dogs. He was buying a lot of the great dogs, that's for sure. That's why he has so many great dogs on his yard, because he was probably one of the most famous kennels that bought up a lot of the greatest dogs in the history of the dog game. He had them on his yard. And ain't too many other people other than STP, which created the same thing like him, except STP was matching his shit. That's the thing. STP matched his stuff. Bob turned into a peddler. Even though he did come to a lot of the shows, and still was very involved into what was going on, but he just wasn't matching dogs. Y'all see?
But he was selling dogs for the purpose of dog fighting.
Who?
Windy City.
I mean,
he sold a lot of dogs too, man. A lot of great dogs.
Yeah,
great breeders came out. You've talked about them. You showed a lot of them.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. When he got jammed up, see, when you keep getting caught at dog fights, then that's what they say to you. My breeding and doing what I was doing in my life is not the same legal term that I would expect a prosecutor to understand when it comes to my understanding of what I was doing. I was breeding dog for the purpose of winning matches. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all this dog fighting shit. I was breeding to win. You know? I mean, and I would think that with anybody who's breeding a damn dog, back in my time, they breeding to win. I mean, the word dog fight is the whole thing is dog fight. So I can't even break that down into a little bit to slip that in when it's not even part of our equation. Our equation is totally on getting and producing the dogs that we can win with. And it's like it's not an easy task. That shit
Right.
ain't easy. You got millions of goddamn puppies running around in the last 30, 40 years, and we still, like I said, much of the past of what we was doing had not changed.
Right. You're going after the mountain. Whoever up there, if you give me the opportunity, I really would appreciate it, but I'm coming. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as that person up there is willing to take on that challenge, win or lose,
Mm-hmm.
can that don't shine. It don't take nothing away from nothing because that's just the way the game is played. I tell you what, I ain't never known nobody that we played King of the Mountain with that won all the time. I remember Big Don Pryor got up there. He was holding it down for a long time, though, wasn't he, Mo?
Mm-hmm. He's a big dude.
He was big boy. I'll never forget this dude. This dude in high school had to be about 6'7", 6'8", every bit 275, built, played football and basketball. They had no problem getting up on that the monkey bars and be sitting up on that bad boy. And he was so strong, he just stick a foot out there and just mush you in the face. You know what I mean? Throw you about 4, 5 feet. But they figured out how to get his big ass down. They sure enough broke his ass about coming down and running his ass back up there too. Them games was cool until people started getting hurt. And see, he became too valuable to be out there doing dumb shit. But his ego damn near cost him his career because, sometimes you just hate to lose something. You've been up there handling that you can't accept that just because it's boys. Damn near got up on there trying to get back and damn near killed himself, broke his damn neck. It hurts. He got hurt real bad. All behind the games we play. This dog game, man. I ain't know too many who was trying to be the king of the hill as far as all time, number one at anything. I just thought if you said you had the baddest 38 in the goddamn world, then you meant just that. Right, Mo?
Yeah.
Now, if you got the baddest 38 in the world and you saying that, then that means you're pretty much open telling you if you don't believe me, bring your ass over here. Right? Is that what that felt like?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, to even start speaking like that, you gotta already be, it's already set. You looking for that. You looking for that big one.
That ultimate.
Yeah. Where that great dog finally stick their head out and give you the opportunity to get them.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's how Big Dicker did with Trina.
Deep South?
He underestimated Trina.
Was it Trina or was it underestimating Deep South. Remember back at that point, they was raising hell.
But Texas, them boys, they probably knew about him. But you gotta look at it like he had Luke Kane and he had Twisted. Those made their dogs. You already know Big Thick could beat Noriega. Right. I can't see them looking Big Thick looking like he was, or he wouldn't have put up so much money. He looked like this was gonna be an Ajax run and got food. But he had every right to feel and think like that because he already beat one of them. And to him, that was like beating Havana Chico, Even though Chico didn't have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So him take the opportunity with Trina being a one-time winner. Because that's all she was a one-time winner when she went in the Mallory. So that's how I look at it. Whether maybe he underestimated Deep South, as far as the dog, because the dog the one got to go in and do the work. Being the kennel don't mean shit. Because he ain't the one going in there doing the fighting. It's the dog. So they underestimated anything. They underestimated the quality of dog that they was going to put on Mallory's ass. That's all. Miscalculation. You ain't Mallory too much and didn't think enough about the possibilities to be betting that kind of money and not wanting to lose it and then lose it.
Heartbreaking.
But yeah, man, where we at? I don't see nobody. You have a point. It makes sense. Games we play.
I mean, you can start hitting some of those pinups because they got some hellified comments going on, boy. I just thought, I know you pinned that one up. I just thought it was.
Yeah, I ain't seen them. There's that one.
Okay, I gotta go.
Go ahead, get.
Tennis coach! Coach! What up, fam? He said you have a point. It makes sense. Games we play. Yeah, man. I mean, I can't believe the people actually playing Russian roulette. I mean, boy, yeah, that's some gutsy ass shit. I ain't got the balls to do no dumb shit like that, but I'm just saying you really got to be, a gamesman to play that shit. But some people do. I want to give a big shout out to my man, Mr. God Ghostin, and wish you a happy birthday, fam. Turn 50, he said, at 12 o'clock, 54 years around the sun, thanks to God. It's Black Man Day for me. Salute. No, salute you, fam. The big 54. Where you look, God let you see 54. But when you cross over that 55 now, everything after 55 is 50. 58, 59, then, that crazy 60. That shit comes fast, fellas. Trust and believe. But happy birthday, man. I ain't trying to rain on your parade. I'm just telling you, man, you're getting that much closer, fam. These are the moments you start living and enjoying yourself. Because I'm telling you, girl, when you cross over that 55, everything changes. Enjoy it. I know Guy, he's an upbeat. Seems like he always going to enjoy himself doing whatever he do. Dogs and all. Enjoy yourself. A happy birthday, fam. I see you. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Aaron Jackson. coming in, showing love with the 10-piece. He always be hooking it up, though. Appreciate you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you for showing up. You know what I'm saying? Again, fella, I tell you, it's not a matter of how much you give, it's the fact that you do. I appreciate it when y'all just do shit this out of nowhere. You know, come on.
Big shout out to Paul Johnson. He's another one.
Yep, he
be
Paul Johnson. He be hitting that cash shop. Yep. Yeah, you gotta be right. Yeah, you gotta remember to shout them out too, man, because I don't see it.
I do.
Okay. Oh, yes, you do. You do. Big shout out to my man K Walk. He said, howdy, salute, much respect. I see you, fam. I gotta give my big shout out to my man Showtime. Showtime. You threw me for one when I seen you at the stable, boy. You had me like, man, I got to go see Showtime. You got me a good one on that when I seen him at the stable. I said, oh shit, he got horses. I'm gonna tell you about I love horses, man. We grew up around horses, race horses. And my wife's dad's still dealing with race horses to this day. I know he's just a little older than I am. But I seen you had them horses and I was like, damn. On top of dogs and you dealing with these horses, boy, you got something going on. I got to go holler at my man Showtime. Big shout out to King James. I feel you, fam. I try not to even get into that conversation because this is not the time and the place. You just got to give respect to where respect is due. That's all. That's what history does. It's always going to be like that. It's always been like that. We can come up and name a whole bunch of them types of shit. But that's what it looks like. That's what it kind of like feel like, But the reality of our then had a lot of impact, just like you think this has a lot of impact. We had just as much impact back then. And we didn't have the social media thing.
The roaches. Call it what it is, roaches.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that because you gave it a name. I still ain't tried to figure out a name for it because it's just like, oh gosh. This is not the time and the place. Nope. Back then we talking about the history, yet we can say it all day now. It was all in the journals and everybody was talking about it because it was within the community. To where we didn't have the world sitting up here getting involved in some shit that they have no idea what the hell is even going on.
Roaches.
None. But you kind of look at it with as far as I guess there's a lot of things in the game that just don't, might not never change. But it has to because if it don't be for the law, there would be no reason to stop doing it. And for me, that's all I'm saying. I mean, if the majority of people was like, fuck the police, then we would have by now, that was 2000. That was 1999, and then it increased by 2002, 2003 based on the numbers. But after that, things changed. There wasn't this, open and out there. At the highest point, what changed that? Well, history will give you the answer, then you just think about it. That was way back then. We're almost talking about at least 15, 16 years later, if not more than that, 20. Time. changes a lot of damn shit, and especially when the feds is giving it out. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So some things is just meant to stay where they at, and that's where it matters. Shit ain't doing nothing out here but getting people in trouble.
Roaches.
Hmm.
People, I'm not calling no name. I'm just saying there's roaches in it's roaches in our house, and they're pests. There's people down there playing around the monkey bar that's not even on the monkey bar. All for what? To
Enjoy
the Facebook world, the internet world, to prove what? No. Yeah, I'm calling them roaches.
That's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up in that hype, boy. Shit happens, cool. But that hype,
Whatever happened in the basement, stay in the basement. Anybody feel different than that? This is why I keep talking about these fake ass people out here on social media that ain't never done shit. This is the kind of shit they create just because they want to be an internet famous dog man or be somebody relevant in something. Ain't got no business down here playing around or standing around the monkey bar just to run back and say he was there. Not on it, just there.
Ten songs so far, all the way from the top to the bottom. Was you playing? Nah, I don't do that dumb shit. Oh.
But the first one to go tell everybody who on the mountain. Them roaches. They in your house and they ain't got no business in your house. They doing things in your house they ain't got no business doing in your house. They infesting the house. That's all. And that's how I felt back then when, you don't never hear real dog men really talk. They might talk shit to each other, but I ain't never seen none of them do this internet shit that I see. Because, down in the basement, if you weren't doing a dog, you really didn't have no standings in opening your mouth when you have dog men around. It was doing dogs. No. You have to be very careful about trying to talk about a dog that you like. You know what I mean? Around a bunch of people who know you ain't got nothing anyway. So your opinion on who you like really don't matter. Because you can't go home and go get him. You know what I mean? You one of them kind of guys. So them are the ones that end up up there at the internet because they know they can't hang around the reindeers and play with the reindeer games. But to stand around the reindeer games just to try and make yourself relevant somewhere it has no business being, none whatsoever.
None.
Okay, I'm putting all that on you fake asses. I'm calling you roaches. Y'all fucking up. Run your damn mouths. Trying to be relevant. Wanting to be something you'll never be. Yeah, I'm mad. I just thought that was silly. I'm really fucked up. No, bottom line. This is what happened when you got a bunch of fake motherfuckers running around knowing what they shouldn't have no business knowing. You know what I mean, money?
Hey,
Getting too loose out here.
don't
Bed
get me
ain't playing.
started. No, I thought I'm going back to the path. I ain't even trying to.
Mm-hmm. I'm hanging back here where it's safe at. I'm way back here.
Way back here.
Because we really the only really true channel out here to really get in depth into the world and the game and the aspect of where we come from and you know what was going on back then. You know. So that really when this internet shit start blowing up and everybody doing, you know, in the houses infested with roaches. The community got roaches in their house. You know, this is not wise for us to be doing when you know we can make the whole situation worse. But and we don't even want to talk about it. We don't even want to talk about nothing y'all these roaches is doing. Because we already walking in a gray area. You know what I'm saying?
Just having this show. Shit.
So yeah, man, y'all need to pay real close attention. Talk about me all you want. I feel like, you know, talk about me, I must be important. So I sure as hell can't talk about you. That makes you a nothing. So go ahead, have your day with me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even get that. To me, that was too much conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Oh, but please, just show up with something. I mean, I would, you know, sometimes people can be, you know, they can be kind of, nigga, you don't think I got something? Well, that's what I'd be on, because I would be that guy. You know, you don't think I got something? And before you know it, we're gonna take care of this. I mean, I ain't never known us to have a grudge match against nobody. Well, I would almost say that psycho situation turned into a grudge match for me. You know what I mean?
Not really, because we didn't even know until after the match.
Again, I did tell you why. You think that was the right time for me to have a grudge match, Omo? You really think you know how I acted? You know what I'm saying? That was a grudge match for me. It was sneaky, backstabbing.
Oh, but the only person that had the grudge was the guy who set it up, because prior to the match, we didn't know nothing about what was going on.
That is all true. You just didn't hear me then. Prior to the match, it wasn't even thought about. It was a good win.
Well, until after we found out how dirty, you know, and they the one lost. It came back and haunted them, but just the fact.
That part right there. The fact that you tried. This all the setup, and it blew up in your face. Don't go get in the other car. You come get back in the car. You roll with us, ride back with us. That's all. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm on. You roll with us, you should have left with us. So, but see, that's what I mean. As y'all notice, me and Mo, we be on two different situations when it comes to even dealing with the Bulldogs, because, you know, I don't know what he knows. So there's certain things that I try to just stay away from. But then there's things like, you know, when you playing that rough mentality, when we dealing with them dogs, see Mo get into that mode, and I'm his best hype man. I am. When it comes to him getting in his mode, I wouldn't give a damn what anybody say out there. Mo gonna be who he is, and that's why he got me, because y'all know who I am, and I am good at what I do for my brother. I'm that one that's gonna be about some shit. He can keep being the baddest motherfucker in this game, far as I'm concerned. He can sit there and he'll show you everything he ever did, how he got there, and stand on it. 9, 10, whatever. He can sit here and do something that I know a lot of y'all can't. When you're dealing with Mike, though, Mike already know that. That's why I move the way I move. But y'all got to remember, y'all still got to deal with the both of us. That's a problem right there. Because Mo coming to beat your ass. I'm just making sure he do. That was our game plan. That is how we did things. This podcast didn't never make us. We 65-year-old men sitting here beating this damn shit out you. But we just trying to be entertaining because this is what we like to do. This ain't about being the top dog of no damn fucking YouTube. You can have that shit. My thing is, look at your surroundings and ask yourself, do you really want to be the top dog? Is it that important nowadays to be the top dog? Because it really didn't matter much back in our day. And I don't know why, if it wasn't really like that back then, why would we try to be something that we know we would never be anyway? When there's so many people that's better. Pay attention. Because the times that we speak of is nothing like the times that y'all dealing with. If y'all don't get a grip on that shit, y'all gonna find yourself in a world of shit, because conversation will get you a RICO case. Conversation now. And I'm saying what I'm saying, and people going back and forth and just saying things, and I'm like, well, the thing about the journal, at least they did report, what, 3-4 months down the line after it actually happened, sometime a year later type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, right. Like, you had, we had the way of information moving, but it didn't move to that degree, because you would have had to know, you know what I mean? Before it was even published to even know it went down. Depending on who you know, you knew when things were going to go down anyway, but you had to be in the know to be there. That's that little underground communication system, the way I looked at it. But hell, I wasn't knowing people, getting caught up, going to jail for having possession of a pit bull for the future purpose of dog fighting. Did you hear them words, Mo? And that's a bad case. Yeah. You didn't have to do nothing. So I'm just thinking, was it something he said? I mean, what did he say? Was it something they did? Well, they would have probably said what they did. And see, the owning the possessing for the future purpose just basically tells me they didn't catch him doing shit. So that means he had to be saying some shit to something. You know what I'm saying? Because It's a difference when you're getting locked up, put on the news, and them is your charges. You hear me, man?
Mm.
Them is your charges. Not fighting or animal cruelty. Well, they throw the animal cruelty in there because the dogs was on some chains. You know, I mean, I seen it, but that was nothing compared to, didn't catch him doing nothing. So that's the kind of shit I try to get away from when I see it. I see it, but then I don't see it because I just feel like this, that's trouble just a brewing. Trouble brewing. And if y'all know the game that I know, when you playing, if you're trying to be the king in the mountain, shit, like I said, I ain't never known anybody who take on that task but one dude. And I'm telling you, he had a big advantage on all of us who was trying to get his ass off, but enough of us, we got his ass off. Actually turned into a Giants versus the midget thing. Remember that, Mo?
Mm-hmm.
For all my listeners out there, Thornton Junior High, y'all remember? The Dino Midgets. And the little guys all went after the big guys, and the big guys started just trying to knock everybody, take us all out. And them dudes was like some of the biggest guys you would, for high schoolers, he was big guys. Football went on to be great football players, but when you grow up around people who were just always competitive, I mean, literally, it's different for me when I talk about being competitive after being in the service, growing up around dogs and horses and basketball, and my brothers playing football and basketball. I mean, our whole family was damn near athletic. So me and Mo and wrestling and football, then dogs. I mean, you have to be enthusiastic to and want to win. That's probably why if you was doing something that you was always losing doing, then I would tell you, son, you really need to try something different. I ain't never seen you win. I mean, you're dedicated, but you just don't got what it takes to do this. Just, it's okay to let go. Don't waste that time on doing that when you can be doing something else. And as a coach, I try not to tell kids that as they would, be coming up, but then their parents, I'd say that conversation for their parent. Johnny didn't play last game, Mike. Is there a reason? Well, Johnny's not that good. I don't want to see Johnny get hurt. I'm only being honest. Might sound cruel, but I really don't want to see that kid get hurt. So sometimes, what sounds brutal, it can always be in your best interest. It's just how you take it. I always felt like I was a better wrestler than a lot of guys that I wrestled. There was a dude that was with us. He just died recently. I heard us talk about it. He was like the third twin, one of the baddest boys in the state of Ohio. And he happened to be, he was the third twin, but he was like a year older than me and Mo. But everybody said all of us looked like we were all small dudes. But he was bad as shit. And he was my competition, but he was also my best teacher. It's just when that time came, he had basically beat me before I even tried to put myself in a mind frame to think that I could beat him. Because I was never trying to beat him. We just happened to have to go into each other because our high schools met up. But he broke me of that because that nigga broke my rib. And so the next time we meet up, you better act like you remember what I just did. And we stay, I've seen pictures of me and Mo hanging out with the same dude, but at least he did keep it real. So I've never been a nice guy since that type of shit because it was a reminder. Even though we cool, this competition, you should have been in here trying to whoop my ass. And in that same process, he ended up breaking one of my ribs. And we're wrestling, fellas. So this is the kind of shit I'll be talking about, being when people are really trying to teach lessons, Can I get mad at him? No, because what he did and what he said, he was right. And I respected him all these many years later. So, yeah, it's important to understand this game ain't meant for everybody. And I ain't trying to keep y'all up all night. I'm glad to see y'all showed up and showed out with us because one damn thing for sure, I got an older brother who came all the way from Norwalk, Ohio to come spend his birthday with his little brothers. And I thought that was so sweet. And then he ain't never been to Florida. We always go to Ohio, but he had never been to Florida. He just came up out of nowhere and just said, hey, I'm coming to spend my 70th birthday with y'all. And it was wild. We had a ball. So big shout out to you, Aaron. Big shout out to my man, Talk of the City. Don't forget, fellas, that he just lost his grandmother. So y'all make sure tonight when I go to give up them roses, throw a couple extra ones for my man, Talk of the City. And for the muscles and thumbs up, big shout out to my man, Guy Ghostin. Guy, we wish you a happy birthday. Y'all give him a couple of extra thumbs up and some muscles because shit, just being able to see 54 is a blessing to a lot of them. Should be anyway. But as far as these Bulldogs, if you want to be the top dog, who really is the top dog? We already know that story. Y'all think Floyd Mayweather is really the top dog at what he did? I think he was. Only because of how he handled it and what he did. I mean, money was just a part of the game. It's all right to be a bad motherfucker and still be smart. One thing you can't hate on is the fact you know how to get that bag. But he did pretty much fought everybody that you could, throw out there. Now, I'm looking at that same situation when I'm looking at Ray Leonard and Hagler and Tommy Hearns, them type, Wilfred Benitez, Roberto Duran. I'm looking at these dudes and be like, okay, is that the same type of weight class we talk about? I'm just being biased, fellas, because age. I'm looking at these men. I'm trying to find the competition like that for my man Floyd. So it's kind of hard. Hell, look at what's his name? He was like 80 and old before he lost. Julio Cesar Chavez. Come on, man. It's hard to be a top dog and stay on top. Because there's always going to be somebody there to knock you down. Which is, I give big shout out and big respect to Michael Jordan. Because even the most advocate person who loved basketball to the point of just keep it real, come on. You ain't seen too many people do what he could do. We all might have our favorites, but then come on now, let's act like we understand what real look like. Sometimes it deserves disrespect too. But it's all right to try to be the best that you can be, because the only one who's going to put you on the top is yourself. But people gonna respect you because of that. That's when it's okay to be the top dog, because it's not something that you just feel ashamed about. I'm thinking everybody's trying to fight for that top dog position. Maybe that's why my boy KK, he fucked me up like he did, because that was a small reminder. You don't have no friends in competition. Like when we supposed to be going at it, you better bring it to the table, boy. You see, I did. I never forgot that. From that point on, shit, bro knew. He didn't want to deal with it. He knew. I'd been to the service and back by then. He already knew. Well, you crazy now. But yeah, fellas, here's the thing. The mighty American Pit Bull on top of the hill, looking down, is a statement. My thing is, are you leading or are you just following the crowd? I mean, if you're leading, you're working on trying to be the best of what you can do, regardless of what it is, how it is. That's what competitions are supposed to bring. It shouldn't matter wins or losses. You have to start respecting just the achievement part, because if everybody could do it, it wouldn't be as popular as it is. Because a lot have tried. But in this community, only a very small few can really, achieve what needed to be achieved in such a small community over a long period of time. But then that's our thing. So, the standards, the bloodlines, keeping it 100% real. Want everything happening in the community, right? That's what we're looking to do. And one thing I hope and pray that we all have to understand: time is too precious to be given away. And for that, I'm going to end this show tonight, because I need y'all to help me get out of here. My brother will be leaving tomorrow about 1 o'clock. So, happy birthday to you guys. Prayers up to my man Talking City. And fellas, help me out. Do you really want to be a top dog? Or you just want to be the best of what you can be? If you're trying to be the best that you could be, come on now. Give me some down. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Muscles. 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 I'm feeling myself. Now, give my family and friends, stay down. Roses. Roses. They need they damn roses. Y'all show some love on a Tuesday night. I didn't want the conversation to be too brutal. You know what I'm saying? Because, it can be a very brutal conversation, but the reality of it is we are in 2026. If you're going to keep something real, try to understand where the realness is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to what's actually going on around in your environment, where you at, and just ask yourself, is that where you want to be? Because there's consequences that come with the decisions that you make. So, time is precious. And I take that from an old ass man. And I still probably got my shit. My brother's 70 years old. 70. And he's my older brother. So I got 5 more years to go just to catch up with him. So that means I got a whole lot more living to go. So I've lived enough, and I can truly tell you, you don't want to give up no kind of time to nobody for no reason behind something stupid. So pay attention to what's going on. Don't find yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. Sometimes it's just enjoy it where it needs to be enjoyed. It's not meant for everybody. What is wrong with you? Let me see what I got here. Oh, hold on. I see my man Melee. Oh. Greater than. What's been up, fam? Let me see who else I got out here. Showtime showing out, guy. Oh, I did that one already. Coach! I did see you, fam. Autocorrect pick dogs talk tonight. Let's see who else I got.
Where we going, man?
Oh no, I'm running down to the chat, just checking shit. Terrence was like roaches, and he just LOL. He said, "I'm glad you brought that up, but you would have had people in the game cheat like softening the dog's teeth so it can hit a bleeder. Later years, the game was getting full through. Yeah. Putting caps all in their mouth and shit. I mean, shit was serious. Like, why? Tell me that you got to be kidding me, that you got to go that far. If that's what you're trying to do to be on top. Come on now. For my thugs out there, you know, if I catch you putting the caps in your mouth, you know you got to pay, right? You know you don't get no pass for that one, right? Big shout out to all my thugs. You don't get passes on certain things, man. Come on, cuz. They did the fact you tried me. Oh. The fact that you tried me. Where my thugs at? The fact that they try you. I mean, how you looking at me, man? How you really looking at me, man? But that's for all my thugs. Because there's some things that just ain't worth it, man. And that's just one of them things. You can talk that shit. But when you try some shit like that, you better be willing to take everything that's coming, because you might not like the way it turned out. But that's just me just keeping shit real. Y'all see how this shit grow. Don't find yourself in the midst of something that don't really have nothing to do with you. Because you don't have no time to just be giving away on some dumb stuff. That's all I'm saying. The rest of, like I said about the basement, it's been around too long. It's always going to take care of itself. It don't need no help. So stay safe. Please stay safe. I think we might be here Friday. I don't know yet, because we still we're in our summer mode right now. You know, people coming in from out of town, and then we still got to make some runs or down south to go see family and Mo and his breeding, and we got the Tom Garner thing coming up. So yeah, we'll know here by probably tomorrow if we're gonna make that ride or not, which way we're gonna be headed. But we will definitely let y'all know Friday, because then, you know, we'll be already on the road, or where we know which way we're going, or we'll be headed out. And we just want to try to make sure we don't leave y'all hanging. I'm going to have to give you something, even if I'm on the road. I ain't even figured out how to get it done yet, but I'm working on it. See, that's how much I think about y'all. I don't want y'all to be out there that's like, damn, I was used to be ain't even talking to the twins, you know, listen to whatever the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would be thinking when I'm looking for one of y'all. So y'all come out, hang out with me tonight like you did. Come by, check on me Friday. Probably do my best not to disappoint you. I'm going to give you something. Because these road trips are something I'm really trying to get Mo to do. It just, how technology give me the ability to do it without, you know, losing the signal or something that we can make more complete as we make these runs. Because, yeah, Mo always said he wanted to get out and just take a ride and do this. So that's what our next mission is. Bring a little bit more excitement too. You got anything you want to say, Mo?
No, sir.
No. I think you did a great job last week with the scratch the win thing. It was very motivating. You want to try it again? Because you was real adamant tonight about, look, I'll grow full. Put your ass, give you all the love in the world. You climb over that wall. I ain't got no love for your ass over there talking outside the box. You ain't done shit but run your mouth. That's what the vibe I was catching from it, because I kind of felt you. Did it get you upset, man? Or yeah, because it was perfect for the conversation, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
You like my agitator role? Because, boy, I had you on. Ooh, you was ready to call me nigga.
Yeah, fellas. No pedigrees today.
Keep it real with them, Mo. Let them know. Is there such thing as a top dog, Mo? Can you top dog? What can you expect to happen, bro? What's gonna happen, Mo?
They playing on the monkey bar. They all about reaching up there.
They coming.
I mean, they coming. At least entertain those who are
willing
to be there.
Bring your ass on up here.
Snatched off of there because you run around there with them little peasants. If nobody's, it ain't done nothing. They ain't even on the monkey bar, but they'll take your attention away from what you should be concentrating on. And
getting to the top.
That's right. And
Get off doing the monkey bars if you ain't playing.
You guys got to stick around and understand how it's supposed to be.
My little ass was on that monkey bar, fellas. Learn how to move around on the monkey bars where I can lessen the fall and still do damage. So we'll learn how to do the right thing if you're really trying to win. That's all I'm saying. Took the risk because that's why we played. Hello. Yeah. We fail. But that was you know what? That just made you that much more strategic. But the good thing you had going for you, and it's still in us, fellas. Still in us. For some odd reason, it's still just every time I feel like I just want to get away, it just brings me right back here, because I'll be like, boy, get a goddamn dog. Wishful thinking, right? And at least I got it in me to always let them know, Mo.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, you can best believe we
Always scratch the
scratch
win.
the win.
Hey, big shout out to all the fellas out there, man. Y'all have a good evening. You know, this is a little late night tonight, but it was definitely enough to be said. It didn't take all night. You know, had to handle that. What do you call it? PBS, public announcement.
Yeah. PBS, Mo. Public broadcasting. You know, that's what we're doing. Service. That's all. We just a public broadcasting service. We're offering our services for free. Thank you for the ones who donated. You know, special thanks to those guys. And big thanks and shout out for y'all who showed up at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, for real.
We showed up was like, man, we got to go ahead and get this done, man. We're going to do this. And I did it. And you feel better, Mo?
Yeah.
Okay. Because today, I was going to be your agitator, and you handled me well because you didn't cuss me out. I thought you were finna call me out my name, right? We were finna get into it, though, but you kind of held your own. You kind of let me have it, and I was okay with that, all right?
Oh, my God.
What? All of a sudden now I got to get off the monkey bar because you say so? You got me bent.
Reason I'm on the monkey bar playing with you.
Yeah.
I don't know who this buzzer back here in the back is. I don't know my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in the game. You over here screaming, calling me. What you want, man?
That's a cheerleader. That's gotta have our cheerleaders. Come on, stop it.
Yeah.
My man Terrence Goose said, I really enjoyed the conversation and the wisdom and the knowledge of the show. Hey man, I really appreciate you saying that because for on the real, Terrence, all we can do is speak our truth. You know what I'm saying? And at my age and being I can truly say God has blessed me to be able to say what I'm fixing to say. But with age comes wisdom. If it was anything that I've learned over my crazy ass life, that it's okay to just be who you are. And if you're going to be somebody, be the best that you're trying to be, and don't change for nobody, and at least be real about it. I seem to fight harder when I know I'm right. You know, and that right there is a driving point to, always been a driving point to success. So regardless of what you do, how you doing it, it's okay. Just be who you are. They're going to like you for who you are. They're going to hate you for who you are, but it don't matter because I'm going to be who the hell I want to be anyway. Like it or leave it. They don't change who I am. Just don't fuck with it. That's bulldogging.
And for all your damn roaches out here, I'm putting some of that earth dust out.
Are you dropping the earth dust?
I'm putting that earth dust on them so they can carry it back to their nest.
Infestation.
Infestation, they gotta play like them sometimes.
Okay. Well, hold on. I'm gonna help you with that comment too. Wait a minute, let me get over here right quick because I think this is important right here, Bo. Fellas, Friday, show up because we'll be there for sure. Y'all stay safe and enjoy your weekend. I mean, the rest of your week because I sure the hell am.
We in the trenches, feel that hunger in the
Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stand.
Yeah, welcome to the yard, where the chain spots shine, bloodlines run deep, every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct, or stay the hell outside, legacy made. We grind, we hustle, twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Dudo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned and yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodlines stack heavy, 52 ways so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard where greatness prevails. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes, falls on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt, every chain spot turn, lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn, no shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought, just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace, Buck to G. Every warrior counts, we ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace, knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust, we got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stacked heavy, 52 ways so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Y'all in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, to that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name, so step back. If you can't handle the heat, the yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat. It's Mo and Mike. The kings in this game, going hard. Kennels forever reign the same, nigga.
Yeah. Bet I know my head, but don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pitbulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pitbulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it. Most wanted kennels in the spotlight, danger alert, come with the name. Super kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp, when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, just that real yard grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same grind, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Legend of doom behind set tone. Loctite, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal game deal, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and metal, high dog, pound by hard. When they hit, praise to the men who rock this shit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they live it.
Fat boy the legend, Bill Buster, real strong, southern bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Little fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary and little shit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they built it brick by brick.
Talk about it, yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it, yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it, don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends. Everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Every name on this track got a story that's lit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Call this some legendary pit bullshit. Pit bullshit. Pit bullshit.
It's Mo and Mike in the house.
Going hard with the legends. Paying homage, you know. Yo. Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right. The brat, pretty mama, they shining so bright. LaMayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, baby, we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, Triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore hitter, Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, baby, we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Ben, Nate Dogg, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, Captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins, Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a buck Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, maybe we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. There's levels to this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob, 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 rob.
Yeah, we in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air.
Yeah. Going hard kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. From yellow Mayday 8s, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spots shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red Ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, Yellow Bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah, the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turn. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday ace, turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the game, stamp legit. Find them in tornadoes, pedigree. Hall of Fame, double grand champion. James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah, the knowledge remain. T.O., our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes, yes. Yeah. Tom, Dick, Tom, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time. Time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low type, apex, pressure built for the chase. Gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade. Third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah. I said third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid.